कहीं दूर जब दिन ढल जाए,
गुड मॉर्निंग सर।
गुड मॉर्निंग। मेरी आवाज आ रही है?
गुड
यस
मॉर्निंग
सर।
सर।
आवाज आ रही है?
यस सर।
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
ओके, थैंक यू। ठीक ठीक। So today we will be discussing about the distribution channel. The distribution channel is one of the paths or way through which the marketer is able to identify the target customer, not only the through the research. Again, the information shared by the marketer or shared by the retailer, wholesaler, as well as the dealers, that is fruitful for the uh, marketer, and the distribution channel is playing a vital role. We have discussed earlier that it is playing the role in the delivery system, it is playing the role in the that information sharing. When you are getting the information from the customer, then it is beneficial for you, it is fruitful for you. How you are getting this information for the purpose of the promotion of the product, for the upliftment of the product, for the growing of the product, how you will be growing a product in the those areas. Because with the changing time we are getting different roles of the intermediaries. They are also sharing the finances over there. They are associated with each other, because here that these aspects associated with the channel. Then here in this channel, they are providing the proper marketing information in the respective areas. Then they are able to give appropriate information to the target, to the company, or to the wholesaler, to the other intermediaries that is associated with the particular aspect. So we have to take this in consideration, how these intermediaries are functioning in those areas. They are also playing the role in the promotion. Then how that they are promoting, how that the promotion aspect is there, because the retailer is the person who is directly in contact of the consumer and the customer. They are molding the mind of the individuals, they are molding the mind of the customers, where they are having the connection directly to the customers. So here they are playing the role of that the this promotion over there. Here the customers who are there, that they also getting more information through the retailer. They are getting the learning aspect, the customers are getting the learning aspect over there. The customer is telling us that this is a new product and this is beneficial for you in this particular field or in this particular consumption level. It is better for the hair, it is better for the eyes, that it is better for the health aspect. Then they are providing us the information in those respective areas. Then they are that these intermediaries are providing us the contact of the individual, because the company cannot directly contact to the customers in every area. Although in the industrial area they are having the contact over there, but in every area they cannot contact directly. But here, these intermediaries are providing the contact information of the respective customers to the company, because sometimes they are taking feedback from us. They are having the contact number of the different persons that is fruitful for the company. They are getting the this information from the customer, and they are sharing it with the company also. And because that company can track the record of the individuals also. Nowadays that everything is computerized, the company is able to identify that how many customers have purchased which type of item in those areas, and that these intermediaries are assorting the product, that is that these intermediaries are making the product in the smaller part. Suppose any intermediaries has purchased some rice from the Galla market or from the main market over there, and after that he is segregating the product. He is segregating the product according to the quality, and they are taking the price according to those particular segment or those particular area that we have discussed earlier in the pricing aspect also. So here that the segment based product assortment, that it is that associated with that when you are breaking the bulk, when you are making the product assortment, that it is that assortment aspect is associated with that aspect, that how you are able to provide the multiple products for any product. Then here the company is getting some information that what is the combination of any individual while he is purchasing or she is purchasing. Then if you are purchasing the shaving cream, then in the shaving cream, that what other aspect you are taking, or what other, that is whether you are purchasing the blade also, whether you are purchasing the that aftershave also, then that the different that combinations are also there, and that whether you are using the this fragrance also, that different aspects are there, and this assortment is helpful for the company to expand in the product line, or in the respective area that is associated with those areas. How you are getting the information about the purchase behavior of the individual, and the how you are making that combination. The intermediaries are also playing a role in the price adjustment over there. They themselves, sometimes they themselves are negotiating the price. They are themselves are negotiating the price, and they are setting their price on like in the rural area, when they are selling the soaps that in open, again they are selling the oil, then that in small part, they are fixing the price of that, and this fixing of the price is helpful for the marketer. He or she get the information about that market, that what is the purchase behavior of the individual in those respective area. Then they are also playing the role in that the area, that how that the product is sold, how the product is sold in the different area. They are also becoming the part of the cost of the company. How the cost of the company? Because some of the part may be shared by this retailers, wholesalers, or the distributors also. Some of the parts are maybe shared by these persons, because here when they are taking the money, they are taking the money from the customer, and they are also participating in the local advertising, that in the local advertising, and in this local advertising they are giving the information about the local tools over there. Because here that if you are supplying the product in the different area, like warehousing is there, that if you are going for the warehousing, and in the warehousing that it is shared by the retailer, wholesaler also. The cost of that particular product distribution, and that is helpful for the company. Because that the cost is borne by these intermediaries also. That is also helpful for them, that it is associated with those areas or areas. Then they are also associated with the sharing the risk. Then how you are able to adjust the risk of the company, because when that they are becoming the part of the organization, they are also contributing regularly the flow of money. They are also contributing to make the flow of money competent over there. When the flow of money is there in that respective area, then that is beneficial for them. That is beneficial for those respective area. You have to take that in consideration. How you are going to adjust yourself, how you are going to set yourself in those respective area. You have to take this in consideration. How you are managing, how you are working in those respective area. You have to take that issue in those consideration over there. So that you have to take in this consideration how we will be managing, how we will be tackling all these issues. That how you will be tackling all these issues over there. That again, the finances aspect of a company, that financing aspect of the intermediaries, whether you are giving the individual any product on the basis of the and on the basis of the cash payment, or you are taking the money on the later on, that it is helpful for that the individual or that the retailer, wholesaler to make a proper cash flow in those respective area that is associated with those aspects. How you are able to identify that issues or that aspect in those respective area, how you are able to manage these things in those respective area. You have to take that in consideration. Again, that while selling the product, when the company is selling the product, or these intermediaries are selling the product over there, then during this the selling, pre post pre and the post behavior, pre and the post behavior is also playing a vital role of the customer. When you are taking in consideration what is the pre-purchase behavior, and what is the purchase behavior during the purchasing, and what is the post purchase behavior over there of the customer, that you are identifying that particular aspect in those respective area. As well as then if there is any services required, or the services are required over there, and according to that that the services are provided by these intermediaries. As I earlier also told that earlier if you are purchasing the fridge there, and or AC over there, installation was done by the local distributor. But in the present time, we are finding that there are other intermediary that the companies they themselves are tackling. Companies themselves are tackling these type of issues over there. So we have to take this in consideration, that how the companies are managing these type of issues in those respective area. That when we see that the distribution, that in the forklift truck, that how the physical flow of the particular product is there in those areas, whether that it is going from the supplier to the transporter to the manufacturer to the directly to the customer, or through the transport house over there, or through the transporter to the transport warehouse, and the dealer over there, as well as the dealers to the transporter again, and then the customer. That is the physical flow of this truck is there. Title flow, that it is going from the suppliers to the manufacturer, and to the dealer and the customers. And if we are talking about the payment flow, that the payment is again, that payment is coming from the customer to the bank to the dealer to the bank, and to the manufacturer to the bank, and the supplier. That this flow of the product we have already discussed over there, that because this flow is also important for the energy of any company or any supplier over there, that this flow may be depending upon the type of area where this type the distribution channel is, which type of distribution channel is there. That information, then the information is is shared at the different level. that from the supply that is supplied to the transporter to the warehouse at the as well as the banks, that as well as that from that to the manufacturer also. That there you find that there are the different loops are available, that in these loops that the different type of communication is going on from the manufacturer to the dealer to the, or from the manufacturer to the customer, and the manufacturer to the transport houses or the banks or to the dealers and to the transport banks and the customers also. That type of flow is there, as well as the promotion flow from the suppliers to the advertising agency to the manufacturer over there, and to the again advertising agency over there. Then the dealers are there, and then the customers are there. In the both field, you find that in those areas we have to take this in consideration over there, what type of flow is there in those respective areas. So we have to take this in consideration. Yeah, we have to take this in consideration. We have to take care of that type of issues within the organization, how you are managing these type of area. We have to take this in consideration, how we are getting the issues handled by us. Then that we have to take that issues in the respective area. So here we find that this type of issues are tackled at the different level. How the intermediaries are playing a vital role over there. Again, when we talk about this channel decision, that which type of channel is there. That in that channel decision, you find that number of the times the product changes hands among the intermediaries. Because if you are starting any product, that how that you are changing the on the different hands over there, or at a different level, how the intermediaries are utilized or used over there in those respective area. You have to take this in consideration. Again, then if depending upon the type of product, how you are able to tackle this type of situation in the market. Because that more intermediaries are there, then that means that you have to give more commission over there, that you have to give and you have to fix at different level. But that depending upon the type of product, that the intermediaries are depending upon the type of product, which type of product is that you are producing over there, whether it is associated with the industry, whether it is associated with the consumer or the customer, whether it is associated with the business area, from which area you are interested over there. Channel width. Again, that in the diagram you see here that the channel length is associated with that aspect. That then you are manufacturer to the wholesaler to the retailer, and as well as the retailer to the consumer. Then this is the length over there. When we talk about the width over there, the wholesaler to the retailer 1, retailer 2, retailer 3, or retailer to retailer. Here you find that the length and the width. Number of middlemen at a particular point of channel. Here channel width is associated at a particular point, that how many channels are there over there. What that number of the channels, that which type of channel you are adopting, that whether it is the single channel, whether it is the dual channel or the multiple channel, you have to take in consideration which type of channels are there. You have to identify that whenever you are preparing a marketing plan, whenever you are preparing a distribution plan, you have to take this in consideration, how you will be managing the intermediaries. These intermediaries that because they are taking the commission over there, and sometimes the companies are the companies are tackling them. Sometimes the companies are tackling them through the different type of power. The companies are having different type of power over there. Coercive power. Coercive power is that power which is associated with the company, that the company is giving the threat to the intermediaries, that if you are not going to sell this product in this month, or for continuously 5 months, if your sale will be below this target, then we will be not giving you the extra benefit or the extra issues over there, that you have to take this in consideration when the issues associated with this intermediaries are there. Here you are deciding the intermediaries. What is the role of intermediaries? And the company is using the coercive power. What is the coercive power? Coercive power is that you are threatening the retailers, or you are threatening the intermediaries, that if you are not achieving the target, then we will be bound to shift over there. But again, sometimes it happening over there by intermediaries, that if you are threatening them, then there will be there will be resentment. There may be the resentment over there in the organization. How this resentment the company has to handle, that is depending upon that the situation over there. Suppose there are a number of the group of the retailer or the wholesaler or the intermediaries they pressurize the company, that this is against certain circumstances, and or it is against the human behavior or the business behavior, and the company sometimes get a problem over there. Then what is the reward power? That in the intermediaries, companies are getting the reward power. That this reward power is associated with that aspect, that how that you are utilizing the reward, how you are able to identify the reward power. The reward power is that reward power where the company is giving you the reward, that up to what level, if you are achieving this target, the company is giving you the extra benefit. The company may be giving you the ranking over there, company may be giving you the star over there, company may be giving you some extra monetary benefit over there, the company may be giving some rebate in some areas also there, that the companies are giving the reward power, that to attract the intermediaries or to maintain the intermediaries. Then again, then why these type of tactics are used? That a company has to take in consideration that what is the process going on in the area, and again how you are able to handle this type of situation, how you are able to handle this type of situation over there. If the competitor is giving more issues over there, or competitor is giving certain aspect in those areas, how you will be managing in those aspect over there, you have to take that in consideration. So when we are talking in the organization or about the intermediaries, we have to be cautious about that over there. And the companies are having the legitimate power also. That legitimate power is that power that when the company is having the power to take action on the intermediaries. That every time that the companies are having the legal agreement with the intermediaries over there, and sometimes the companies are flexible in these areas, and when the companies are flexible in some areas, then the company has to take that in consideration, that how the company will be, how the company will be managing, how the company will be managing these issues over there. That legitimate power, the companies sometimes are utilizing the legitimate power in the respective area, that they are utilizing this for the purpose of tackling the intermediaries. That is, it is associated over there, that is associated with expert power. That the expert power, sometimes the companies are taking their help or they are taking their support as expert, because that the retailer, wholesaler, as well as the distributors are more nearer to the customer rather than the company. They are more nearer to the customer rather than the companies in the retailer area or in the different areas. So here you find that aspect, how that the companies are managing, that these expert power, that if they have the skilled staff over there, the company is taking them their support over there. Companies are taking the view from those customers or from those areas, that you have to take that in consideration, that if any organization is there, that in this organization is functioning for the betterment of that distribution channel in those areas, then they are utilizing the expert power of these intermediaries over there, whether it is associated with their benefit in advertising over there, whether it is associated with the discussion on the survey over there, whether it is associated with the human behavior while using the product over there. It is depending upon the type of product over there. Again, that here and that the different levels of the intermediaries are there in the different areas. That you find here that the different intermediaries are available. That whether it is 1 tier, 2 tier, 3 tier, there are different tiers. There are the different tiers or different frames of the business aspect, or different aspects are available in the different areas. So here the company has to take in consideration that which type of distribution channel is fruitful for them, which type of distribution channel is fruitful for them. That if we see the first aspect over there, that it is associated with the producer to the customer, that producer to the consumer. Maybe that in the industrial area, the industries are providing the product B2B. B2B, then here the companies are providing product directly to the customer, that is associated with that aspect. So here we find that this type of issues or this type of aspects are available in those areas, how you are managing, how you are tackling the product Eroca folks, that they are selling the product direct to the customers, and the producer to the retailer or the consumer. That producer to the retailer to the consumer, here they are providing the service product services from the producer, the producer to the retailer and the consumer. That retailers are playing the vital role over there. That if you go through the local bread manufacturing unit over there, or you are taking in consideration that sprouts, nowadays the sprouts are available, and that the manufacturers or the company is selling them the product over there, to the different individuals or different retailers, to the different retailers, they are selling the product over there, and a producer to the wholesaler, to the retailer, and to the consumer. That here that 1 tier, 2 tier, 3 tier, 4 tier, from the wholesaler to the retailer to the consumer, and that here the company is selling the product over there to the wholesaler over there. Then that here that you find that producer to the distributor to the retailer and to the consumer. Here that these distributors are associated with the company, they are associated with those areas also, as well as the producer to the chain broker or the wholesaler, distributor, or retailers, or the consumer. Sometimes that these change agent or the brokers, they are called as the CFA. CFA is that the carry forward agent. Carry forward agent is that who is carrying the product and forwarding the product. And these carry forward agent are, and some agents are forward agent. What are the forward agent? Then they are only forwarding the product. They are only forwarding the product in the respective area that they are selling. They are sending the product from the company to the different area. Suppose a CFA is there in Lucknow, and that they have to distribute the product in a whole UP. Then this CFA will be hiring a particular truck or the particular transportation in the different area, and this CFA will be distributing the product in the UP. This is CFA. Then whether he will be carrying, when he is the CFA will be that he will be carrying the product over there and he will be forwarding that. And again, that if that there is only the forward agent, and this forward agent is taking the product from the company and distributing in the different areas. That depends upon the company policy. Which type of policy the company is having, or which type of policy the company is associated with the type of product or with the type of market over there. So here you have to take that in consideration, that how the companies are moving in those different areas. How the companies are moving in those different areas, you have to take this in consideration. Again, when we are talking about the distribution channel, that while distribution channel is there, that which type while you are deciding the distribution channel, then different aspects are available for assessing the distribution channel, that which distribution channel will be fruitful for us, which distribution channel is better for us. The organization, the company is identifying here that this type of channel is fruitful for us, whether we are supplying to the customer, whether we are supplying to the retailer, whether we are supplying to the industry, business to business over there, according to the different type of segment, according to the different type of product over there, then there are different type of channels are available. Then when we are talking about the product consideration, the product consideration is that aspect over there, then that this type of product is there, which type of product is there in the that market you are going to launch over there, or you are having that type of product. Again, that it is depending upon the perishability. And if we are associated with the perishable aspect, that we require the different type of distribution channel, and we require the different type of procurement the aspect over there. That if the product is perishable, then you have to supply it in a defined time. But if the product is for the longer time, that you can utilize in the longer time, that according to that that this consideration may be higher over there. That what is the unit cost of a particular product, what is the unit cost of a particular product, you have to take in consideration what is the unit cost of a particular product over there. Okay, again, whether the product is bulky over there, whether the product is the light over there, you have to take that in consideration in those areas, because then when we are talking about the fruits, we are talking about the vegetables, then they are bulky aspect and they are also perishable. But if we are talking about the bread, again, although that the bread is also perishable, but here that you are having the comparatively more time for the supplying the product over there. This here again, apart from that, that we are taking in consideration about the juices or the snacks over there, then that is again that their perishability is comparatively more over there, and their weight is also differentiating over there, and the transportation and the distribution or the type of handling aspect will be according to that area. So here you are identifying that issues, then how you will be tackling the customers, or how you will be tackling the issues in those areas over there. Then that it is associated with the standardized product, that which type of products are there, because here when we talk about the distribution channel, when we talk about the product over there, you have to take in consideration that which type of product we are supplying over there. Then again, sometimes we find that when the company find that how they are distributing the product, then one company find over there that when there is the specification of the luggage, so specification of the packaging or the luggage in the flight is helpful for the company to maintain the space in the those areas. So here the specification is also associated with the type of product in those respective area, which type of product you are associated with it. Then again, that we are supplying the product according to those seasonality or their seasonality in those areas, which type of season whether it will be required in a particular season. Now the festive season is coming, and during the festive season the individual require more products over there in those areas. Either we are talking about the Holi, Diwali, or we are talking about the Eid, etc. Whatever the festival is there, that in these festivals the consumption level is increasing over there, and the consumption level is increasing over there, as well as according to the season, that according to the change of the season, that the winter is there as well as the summers are there, and then in those times that the type of products are different, that it is more associated with the season, is more associated with the type of fruits also. Fruits are also, and the ice cream also, that you can take the different type of examples over there, and what type of market acceptance is there, newness and the market acceptance. Nowadays, earlier we used to take the ice cream only in the winter, that summer season. Now that it is found over there, the different individuals are utilizing or using the product at the different time, and that is beneficial for those companies. Those companies are also there, that you have to take that in consideration that again that market consideration, that consumer and the industrial market, which type of consumer market is there, whether you are associated with the consumer market, whether you are associated with the industrial market, you have to take that in consideration in those respective areas. The number of the customers are there, how many numbers are the, how many customers are associated with that, number of the customers are associated with those areas, how you are going to assess in those areas, how you are managing certain things in those respective area. You have to take that in consideration, how the issues are there, how the issues are associated with those areas over there, the buying habits of the consumer, that the buying habits of the consumer is, that which type of behavior consumer behavior is there in at the present time, that you have to take this in consideration, how you are managing all these things in the organization, that you have to that what is the that what is the habit of the individual while they are purchasing the product, what is the habit of the family member while they are purchasing the product, whether it is depending upon the type of product, whether it is the for the it is convenience good, or that it is the good associated with the longer time use. What is that over there according to the type of usage over there, that what is the usage of any product over there, that the distribution channel is also that is also associated with those aspects. Financial the company is having the money in some area, and this that the company is that in this established company, the company have the multi, because the company is comparatively sound. And when the company situation is comparatively sound, the company can take that decision in those areas, that they can adopt the multiple channels. That not only a single channel will be beneficial, and multiple channel can be beneficial over there. That what is the size of the company over there? That what is that depending upon the company size, that is also associated with the company that product distribution channel that is associated with those aspects over there. When the company is there, the company is also taking in consideration that what is the reputation of the company. That when we are talking about the Apple, when we are talking about the Mercedes, when we are talking about the Jeep, when we are talking about the Samsung, that here we find that different type of product are associated with the different type of image branding. Reliance, then according to that image branding, that they are also deciding the distribution channel. When we are talking about the product mix, that it is associated with that number of the product the company is selling over there. But again, the company is taking in consideration whether we are associated with the product line or that product length or product the width, or that here that in the product mix, that you are taking in consideration product length or product width. With this type of product length or product width is there for the target customer. You have to take that issues in your consideration, that will be fruitful, or that is fruitful for them in those respective areas. So you have to take that in consideration, how these will be beneficial for those respective area. You have to assess, or you have to analyze those things over there, because what is the company marketing policy is there, because the company in the initial level is deciding the marketing policy in those respective area, how you are utilizing those aspects in those areas, how you are managing these things in those respective areas. So when we that you have to take this in consideration, that how the company is making the has framed the marketing strategy for their particular product or for the product particular services. Then the company has come with the different type of that marketing strategy for the different distribution channel over there. What are the marketing experience that the company has faced in the previous time, that the company is if the company is also finding the solution, that whatever they have faced in the previous time, and what other companies have faced that the situation, the research is associated with the history, but research is associated with the different type of case studies. These different type of case studies are helpful for the marketer or for the executives. Then how they are managing this type of facilities or this type of capabilities in those respective areas. So here you have to take that thing in your consideration, how the companies are managing their distribution channel. What are the middleman consideration? That which type of middleman consideration they are taking? That how many that in which field you are working, and how many middlemen are available? What is the middleman? That attitude of the middleman. That whether they are positively associated with you or they are forcefully associated with you. Again, then these middlemen are not whether they are supplying your product only, exclusively your product, or some other products also. Then what is the strength of the middleman? Here we have also discussed that which type of strength is there among the middlemen. You have to take in consideration that the middlemen are having this type of strength in their respective area, and according to that you have to take this issue in those consideration, that what is the middleman over there. You have to take in consideration. We have to manage. We have to manage different things in those respective area. How you will be managing that aspect in those respective areas. So here we have to take this issue in the consideration. So how you will be managing, that aspect over there in those respective areas. So here the companies are deciding, companies are managing those aspects in those respective area. You have to take this in consideration, that how these things are associated with those aspects. That you we have to take certain things. We have to take certain things in those respective area. How these issues are managed, how these issues are tackled, how these issues are handled in those respective area. We have to take these issues in those consideration. Again, service provided by the middleman at cost of the channel. That what is the cost of the different channel? That how, where that cost is more over there, where the cost is less over there. That again, it is depending upon the strength of the company. It is the depending upon the financial aspect of the company. It is depending upon the type of product you are having over there. You have to take these consideration for your the distribution channel over there, because here you have to take in consideration what is your objective. What is your objective? That if you are objective is to expand the market, that it is that you it is when you are whether you are penetrating in the market, whether you are selling the product in the bulk. Then if you are selling the product or you are interested to sell the product in bulk, then you require that more distribution channel should be there. Depending upon the one thing is there, the companies should have the strength over there. The company should be able to satisfy the demand of the market, and the customer should be ready over there. Customer should be ready over there. There here the company is taking consider that push marketing or pull marketing. Push marketing is that marketing that you are pushing that thing, product for the customer. You are pushing the product for the customer. That here that this type of strategy you are there. Then pull marketing. The pull marketing is that you are pulling the customer from the. You are pulling the customer over there, or you are pushing the customer. You have to take this in consideration. That what is your marketing strategy? What is your marketing strategy? According to that marketing strategy, you have to take the decision in those respective areas. Then again, how what is the financial ability of the middleman? What is the financial strength of the middleman? How that this middleman will be able to have the strength? Some companies, that here you find that some companies are taking in advance money. Some companies are taking that the cash delivery. Some companies are taking that the after 10 days of the delivery. Some companies are taking after 15 days of the delivery. Depending upon the type of company, depending upon the image of the company, depending upon the strength of the company, that these type of distribution channel are framed, or this type of consideration are taken care in those areas. So here, what are the responsibilities of the intermediaries over there? And we find over there in some areas the intermediaries issues that you find in some areas, that which type of issues are there in those respective area. You have to take that thing in your consideration, that how you will be framing those issues over there, that you have to take that things in your consideration, how you are managing, how you are managing the issues over there. You have to take that thing, that issues in your consideration, how you will be managing, that how you will be managing the things in those respective area, that what is the role of that intermediaries, how these intermediaries are terms and conditions are there, that here that you are finding that you have that make certain conditions. What is the price policy of the company? That how you are deciding the pricing policy of the company, that here the company is deciding certain issues over there, that the price can be up to this level. Sometimes that the intermediaries, what they are doing, that they are coming with the price at the lower level. प्राइसिंग एस्पेक्ट में हमने पढ़ा था कि कभी कभी क्या होता है, वो that some retailers or that the shopping malls as well as the big bazaar etc., they are reducing the price of some big brand at the lower price, and that is sometimes harmful for the retailers, so that the these big bazaar etc., they come with the different models, or they come with the bigger that model over there, or you can say that they can come with the bigger that pouches or the product over there, the quantity, on the basis of the quantity they are deciding the prices in those areas. So here that the companies are associated, or companies are framing certain things in those respective area, how they are associated with the product aspect over there. What are the payment terms over there, that you have to take this in consideration, that what are the product terms available in the market or in those areas. You have to take that in consideration, that the payment terms, as I told you earlier, that whether it is associated with the advance, whether it is associated with the cash, whether it is associated with the after some time that will be there. What will be the return policy of the intermediaries, that some items are there, that are perishabilities there, and that some items can be broken. Some items can be broken over there, or some items are that then how you are fragile item, then how you will be managing all these things, that who will be bearing the cost, that what will be the return policy, that the return policy of any product is available over there or not. Nowadays the new some that small that these suppliers, our students are working online trading also, and they are working in this online business also, and then in those areas, then some companies are saying that you take in consideration the product quality in advance, that there is the return policy is there or not. You have to decide in advance that whether what is the return policy over there according to your product over there. Then again, that what are the territorial rights, that you are giving the territorial right to the concerned customers or not, that you have to take that in consideration, whether you are giving the territorial right to the customer, that in the to the intermediaries, that you have to decide the territorial rights for the different type of customer, different type of individuals over there. So here you have to take those things in your consideration, how you will be managing all these things, because if the after sales services are required over there, or the services are required over there, then who will be bearing the cost, right? Who will be bearing the cost, who will be taking the responsibility of that? Then all these things are already decided by the company or by the intermediaries. They are mutually deciding, or that is according to the policy of the company. That is according to the policy of the company. What is the policy of the company? According to that, they are deciding these factors for the intermediaries over there. When we talk about the distribution channel, then what is the distribution channel method? How you are deciding the distribution channel for the company, for the market, that you have to make the distribution channel, you have to decide the distribution channel over there. And here that you are deciding in advance that what distribution channel you are making over there. because here you are deciding the distribution channel, that because that you are that according to the type of product, according to the type of product, you have to frame the distribution channel, that this is the product over there, that according to that what is the need for the channel for the design distribution, that they are identifying the need of this particular distribution channel. Again, that this distribution channel, whether we are coming with the one tier system, whether we are coming with a two tier system, whether we are coming with a three tier system, that is depending upon us. And this type of tier system are helpful, this type of tier system is beneficial for you people or not, you have to take that in consideration, that how the distribution channel will frame. I mean that you are coordinating with that and the distribution objective. What is the distribution objective over there? Whether it is associated with the only the supplying of the product, whether it is associated with the long-term relationship, that we are also providing the services associated with this particular product. That type of services, that type of situations are also available in those respective area or in the different areas that you have to decide that in advance over there. After that, you specify the distribution task. What this the task will be, the different intermediaries will be associated with this type of task. Here you are deciding about that type of distribution task over there, that what type of the distribution task will be done by which intermediaries. You have to take this in consideration over there. You have to make that thing in our consideration, how these are helpful, how these are fruitful for those areas. So here we find the different aspect over there. We find that what should be what type of situations should be there in those respective areas. So you have to take this in consideration, that what type of method you are using over there. Evaluate the relevant variables, that you have to identify that what variables you are taking in consideration. Variables, those variables, that what is the cost of the distribution channel, how many that percentage you will be giving over there, what is the return policy over there, what is the timing for the return over there, what is the time of the return of the money are is there. You are deciding certain factors, so you are deciding different factors in those respective area, and accordingly you are deciding about the distribution channel. And here you are deciding about the different variables over there. You have to check in that you have to identify that what is the distribution channel of our competitor, that again that where their lacuna is, where their then the drawback is, where they are at the lower level. Here you are deciding about those factors, and also that which channel of distribution you are deciding, and you are deciding about the number of members associated with the distribution. You have to take this in consideration, how these issues are tackled by the distribution in those areas. You have to manage, you have to take that in consideration while making the distribution channel. So here we have discussed about the distribution channel, and what type of problems are there, what type of strategy you should decide over there, and which type of techniques you need to adopt over there, and you have to take in consideration the use of the distribution channel and what is the role of the intermediaries. We have discussed all these issues today. Rest we will discussing tomorrow. Thank you, everyone. Yesterday I could not connect due to some problem, but again that you go through those the companies, whatever I told you, that you have to go through those. Let me give you some information about this. ये आप इनको एक बार देख लेना। You can get more information about the project. I will be connecting today if I get the time. ठीक है? So thank you everyone. Have a nice day.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Thank you.